Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be running 100 key runs. It is a pretty fast-paced video, so I won't be able to keep up on the commentary, but I will jump in for the highlights. Hope you guys enjoy. If you do, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Let's get right to it, guys. We start out finding our first key on run 30 and a limb rune 3 runs later. On run number 40, we find ourselves a unique ring, which ends up being Nature's Peace. We needed that for our grill. We got an rune and a T key on run 44. And our last key on run number 96. We go straight into Arcane Sanctuary. We start our adventure on run number 1 and we realize that the tower is now terrorized. So we end up going back down there. I didn't start a new run timer for these drops. This is just in between the 100 runs. Figured I'd highlight them since we did end up having to go back to the Forgotten Tower. Find ourselves another Hellslayer. Here we got ourselves an Earth Shifter. It's not the rare one, but it's still rare enough for me. It knocks it off the grill. A couple failed Sunder Charms, and we're right back at the runs for the H keys. We kill the mobs along the way and we get a offensive GC and a 20 life small charm. Found a Geeds, not as good as mine, but we're probably going to keep it anyway. And a double H key drop on run 30. That Geeds ended up being too low, so we threw it back down on the ground. We go ahead and get us a few more H keys here. Now these boots here I actually kept. The run walk's slow, but the resistances and a little bit of magic fund. It's a really good pair of boots. The first GC was trash. I don't know about the second one, but we're going to keep it since it's a skiller. The Bloodmoor ended up being terrorized, so I would come to this house outside of town every now and then and kill the monsters around it just to see if we found anything. I'm pretty sure it's a super chest. I'm not sure, but it dropped a bunch of stuff at once, so I assume it was. Alright, so this is the loot that we have so far as keys go. I do some crafting, a little bit of business in town with some vendors, and sure enough, before we go to Nihlathak, Arcane Sanctuary ends up being terrorized just like the tower was. It's 19 life, 4 attack rating. I know it's not much, but it does help out my melee characters. Another trash Sunder Charm, an H key, another Sunder Charm. I believe this one is going to end up rolling, if I get around to identifying it, a fire GC. This is the superior worm hide that we ended up rolling a hustle in. I could have saved it for Enigma, but I didn't think we would have our Jaw rune and Burr rune, which we don't. We still don't have. Found a unique amulet, High Lord's Wrath. That's like the 4th one we found, but there's still pretty good amulet. That was the stats that I'm using. If you want to pause it on that screen, that's the magic fund. I think it said 180. So that's the end of the terrorized zone for me. I'm going to go ahead and start up the D key runs. Another glimpse at the stat page, and we put on the Nature's Peace just to help out with Nihlathak. Took 18 runs, we finally found something. It's not as good as the pair we have on, but we're going to save them for another character anyway. I was actually pretty impressed with the amount of keys that we found. That small charm isn't nothing super spectacular, but it does come in handy once again for my melee characters. A double key drop on run 53. Another Shadow GC. And here we decided to take a little break on run 67 and go into the terrorized cow kingdom. I end up fucking up their king, and I'm really glad I did because we found Ike's armor. Really nice find. Okay guys, back to the key runs. We end up finding another 20 life small charm and a 35 ED 8 life jewel. With that, on run 98 we get our last key. And in all 300 runs, we ended up finding all of this gear that you see on the screen. 9 T keys, 21 H keys, and 13 D keys. Alright, and that's it. If you guys think you would like to try this out for the ladder reset, go ahead and give it a shot. If you like the video, hit the thumbs up button. Maybe subscribe to the channel. If you want to see me run torches out of these keys, comment below. Peace.